One thing that most everybody wants in their Squarespace website is their social media links or the social media links to their business or their organization. They want those cool looking logos from Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn and so on. They want people to see those logos, be able to click on them, and it take them to their company or their organization's social media accounts, or maybe even their own personal social media accounts. Squarespace makes this really easy to be able to put these links anywhere pretty much on your Squarespace website that you would like. But as we all know, just because you can doesn't mean that you always should. So in this Squarespace tutorial, we're going to be talking about how to add these social media links to your Squarespace website, but we'll also talk a little bit about where you should and where you shouldn't put these at. So let's jump on over to the screen and we'll start with how to add these social links, and then we'll talk about where you should and where you shouldn't put them. Okay, so here we are on my demo website, and the first thing we're going to want to do is go into the settings and get your social links added, because if you add the blocks in for social links without anything behind it, they're not going to show up. So go into settings, and it's right here into the website settings. You go down to social links, and then you're just going to type in your social media links, the full link to your social media account. So I'm going to type those in now. Okay, so I have all of mine typed in now. And so you'll see what it does whenever I get them typed in. If they're typed in correctly, you'll get somewhat of a logo of each of these companies. And this is the order that your links are going to show up in whenever you get them in the blocks. You'll see what I'm talking about a little bit later, but you can always come back to this spot in the settings, and you can click these handles over here and actually drag these to be in a different order if you would like. But it's always easiest to just set them up in the order that you're going to want them to show up in if you know ahead of time. So I'm going to close this out, and then I'm going to go into edit mode, and we are going to add a block. It's going to be a social links block, but we're going to go to where we want to put this at first. So I have a contact section here. This is going to be a perfect place to put one. Social media links are a way for people to get in touch with you, to get in contact with you. So it works perfect in this spot. So I'm going to go add block. I'm going to start typing in a search there, social links. All right, I'm going to select that. I'm going to grab that block and drag it down here below this other information. And now I'm going to go into the design to set these up to where they look good. So I'm going to hit click the pencil, and you can see here, these are the links that you just put in. So some of the things that you can do, like if there's for some reason in a certain spot you want some of your links to show and some of them not, all you have to do is go into the link, click on the little arrow there, and then like if I didn't want Facebook to show here, but I did want YouTube and Instagram, just got to toggle that off, and then when you see once you go back out, it's gone, and it tells you there that it's hidden. These are visible, so you want to click that back on because we do want that showing there. And we're going to go to design, and the first thing is these are kind of small, and they're kind of and then they don't everything's left aligned, so we probably want to keep those left aligned as well, make them larger, and then maybe make them look a little bit more like what their logo is. Just add a border, and then you can go outline or solid or knockout, and that's going to be, you can see there, changes a little bit. I like this look. I'm going to go with that. And then there you have it. One other thing you can do, you can align them where they're at vertically. So if you want to bring them down to the bottom, if you feel like there's not enough space between what you have and what's above it there, move that down to the bottom. So that's how you add it to a regular section. You do the same thing if you're going to edit the footer, and you would add them the same way. You could go to social links, and there they are. So you could go through the rest of the editing things that we just talked about. I mean, you want to leave them that size because it's in the footer, and move them to the bottom, and there they are. Okay, the other place that you would put them, although this is where we get into talking about what we should and shouldn't do, where we should and shouldn't put the social media links. And one place that you might put them is up at the top in the hero section here, or even you can add them to your header. Now, if you add them to the header up here where your navigation links are, you're going to go about that a different way. You can't just add a block. You're going to go edit site header, and then it's going to be one of the elements that you add. All right. And so you would just hit the toggle, and then there they are. Now you can click on those and go into design and move this over to where you can see it. And then you can change the size with a slider. You can see they get a little bit larger when they do. They push your navigation links aside. And so, and then you can, again, you can still do you can do the circle, solid, all those things, outline. But you can give it whatever look you want in the border. You can change the thickness of the border. Now, all you would have to do at that point then is hit save, exit, and then you can see what they look like in your preview mode. Now, this is where I would tell you, in most situations, you're not going to want to put your social media links in the header of your website, because that's the first thing that people see when they come to your website. And if they see those and they think, oh, I have a Facebook account, and they click on that, they're going to go over to your Facebook account and they've left your website. This is not something you want. You don't want your potential clients to leave your website. The website is where you're going to be making your sales, converting people into customers. And if they leave your website as soon as they get on it, it's not good for you. You want to put your social media links more down towards the bottom of the homepage or in the footer of your website so that they're available and people know that you do have those social media links, but you don't want them leaving your website as soon as they get on it. It's also not good for your search engine rankings. You want the time on your website to be as long as possible. So I would highly recommend not putting the social links in the header or even in the hero section. They need to, at best, I mean, or I guess I should say at worst, be below the fold here. So they should, a client or a potential client should have to scroll at least some before they see your social media links. That's what I would do anyhow. So if you found this helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you would like for me to build your Squarespace website, you can find my contact information in the description below.